Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're not just talking about a quick holiday, we're really getting into how you can live and work almost anywhere. We're looking at being a digital nomad. How to make that dream of working from, say, a beach in Thailand or a cafe in Italy, how to make that real.
Exactly. This deep dive, it's all about traveling smart and living smart too.
Yeah.
We've looked at lots of good sources, lots of information, and it shows that long trips, even working while you travel, well, it's not just for rich people. It's more about planning things right, being smart with your money.
Okay, right. So let's start digging into this. If you're planning to be away for a long time, living, working, what's the really important safety thing? Maybe something people don't think about enough.
Yeah, well, what's interesting here is insurance, travel insurance, but maybe not the kind you get for a 2-week holiday. Our sources, they talk a lot about finding insurance that's, flexible, like you pay monthly.
Hmm.
Something like Safety Wing is a good example. It's not like those old yearly plans that have limits on how long you can be away. These ones kind of adapt with you, cover you pretty much anywhere for health stuff, emergencies. It just gives you that peace of mind, like a safety net that follows you around with your laptop.
That makes a lot of sense, a flexible safety net. Okay, so you've got your insurance sorted, but then finding places to sleep, that can eat up so much money, right? How do our sources say travelers can find, affordable places,
Mm.
especially if you're staying somewhere for weeks or months?
Yeah, accommodation is a big one, but there are loads of ways, really. It's about thinking maybe a bit differently than just hotels, like hostels, for example. People think they're just for young backpackers. Maybe. But lots of them have private rooms now. They're actually a pretty good option.
Ah, okay. Private rooms.
Yeah. And then there's stuff like house sitting or pet sitting. You basically stay in someone's house for free, look after their place or their pets while they're away.
For free. Well,
Yeah, pretty much. Or couch surfing. That's staying with a local person, usually on their sofa or maybe a spare room. It's free too. You get to meet local people, get tips. And for digital nomads specifically, co-living spaces are becoming really popular. You get your room, but also shared workspaces, maybe a kitchen, and a community of other remote workers.
co-living, right. So you're not just getting a bed, but maybe an office space and some colleagues too, sort of.
Exactly. It combats the loneliness that can sometimes happen when you work remotely.
Okay, so we've covered insurance, we've covered places to stay affordably. What about food? Eating out 3 times a day, every day. That adds up super fast. Here's where it gets really interesting, I think. How can you eat well, stay healthy, but keep the costs down? Is there more than just, avoiding the obvious tourist traps?
Definitely. The 5-block rule is a good start, yeah. Just walk 5 blocks away from the main tourist square or attraction. You'll almost always find food that's, well, cheaper and probably more authentic where local people eat,
Mm-hmm.
and street food. In so many countries, street food is amazing. It's delicious. It's usually very, very cheap. A great option for lunch, maybe. But for long-term travel, the real key seems to be cooking some of your own meals. Maybe aim for like half your meals, 50%.
Cooking yourself. Okay.
Yeah, we go to the local markets, buy fresh stuff. It saves a lot of money, plus it's often healthier and gives you a bit of routine, which can be nice when everything else is changing.
That's a good point. It's not just about saving cash, but also about feeling a bit more settled, maybe.
Right, and saving mental energy too. Always deciding where to eat can get tiring.
True. Okay, another thing that can be tiring is carrying too much stuff. How does packing, what you bring with you affect your budget and maybe your stress levels?
Oh, massively. Packing light is like fundamental. Seriously, if you only have carry-on luggage first, the airline is much less likely to lose it. That's a big stress reducer right there.
Yeah, definitely.
And you avoid all those checked bag fees, which just keep going up. Plus, moving around is so much easier. You can hop on buses, trains, cheap local transport easily, no dragging a massive suitcase.
Oh, so what's the advice? How light is light?
Well, the sources suggest packing clothes for about 1 week. Choose things that are lightweight, dry quickly, and are versatile stuff you can wear for different occasions. Use packing cubes. They really help squeeze things in and keep your bag organized. Makes living out of a small bag much easier.
Packing cubes, right. I've heard about those.
And don't forget a universal travel adapter, essential for keeping your phone, your laptop, all your work gear charged up wherever you are.
Okay, all these tips, the insurance, the cheap stays, food, packing light, they all really point towards making this digital nomad lifestyle seem, well, actually possible for more people. But maybe we should clarify. What exactly is a digital nomad today? And are things changing, like legally?
Yeah, that's a really important question. So, a digital nomad is basically someone who uses technology, laptops, internet to work remotely from anywhere they choose, their location independent. What's really changing, and our sources highlight this, is that countries are starting to recognize this. More and more places are offering special digital nomad visas.
Ah, okay, so it's becoming more official.
Exactly. It provides a proper legal way for people to live and work in a country for, say, 6 months or a year, sometimes longer. It's a big step up from just using tourist visas, which often wasn't really the right way.
And how do people actually earn money while doing this?
Oh, loads of ways. Anything you can do online, really. Teaching English online is huge. Programming, writing, graphic design, managing social media, being a virtual assistant. There are tons of skill-based jobs. And there are even programs like World Packers is one example, where you can volunteer for a few hours a week, maybe at a hostel or a farm, in exchange for a free place to stay and maybe some food.
Volunteering for accommodation, interesting. So that keeps costs really low.
Super low. It's great for saving money and also for meeting people and becoming part of a community quickly.
So when you put it all together, traveling long term, working from anywhere, it doesn't have to cost the earth, does it? With these kinds of smart choices, thinking carefully about insurance, where you sleep, how you eat, what you pack, it seems like you really can make that dream happen.
Absolutely. It's really about being a bit creative, using all the options out there now, being resourceful, understanding how life on the road works. It's definitely more possible now than ever before. So the question really is, now that you know a bit more about how to do it smartly, what new place, what new adventure are you thinking about exploring?